in the world that we live in, you have to be very careful. If you sneeze, you will get canceled. Okay? That's just the world we live in. Oops, did you, Can't say that. You can't say that. You can't say that because you'll get canceled. And in the world of the Twitterverse, which is a verse or a world all in itself, if you are a superstar like Jameson Williams and you like a tweet, you're going to bring attention to yourself. Now, I have a theory, and I want you guys to tell me in the chat and in the comment section, why do you like tweets? Or a YouTube video? Either one. Do you like a tweet because somebody you're following made a tweet, so you like it? Or do you like a tweet that says, because you like the tweet, you like what the person said? This is the second time that this has happened. Jameson Williams, after what happened with Lamar Jackson yesterday, the day of the franchise tag deadline, somebody tweeted about Lamar Jackson coming to Detroit, and we give the Ravens our 18th overall pick. And Jameson Williams liked the tweet. He liked the tweet. Mr. Poole, if you're still here, man, and you have it, because you seem to be very close to this stuff, like within a thumb's reach, or anybody for that matter, if you have that, if you send it to me, please, I can show it on the stream. Now, I want to ask you, are we reading, would you say that we're reading too much into it if we talk about it? Now, Mr. Poole says, and you're reading way too far into him liking tweets. And that's the point I'm trying to make. It's okay to like a tweet. Jameson Williams plays for the Detroit Lions. Lamar Jackson being a Detroit Lion, it could be because somebody mentioned his team. It could be because of that, right? Why does this have to be a big deal? That Jameson Williams liked the tweet, basically replacing his current quarterback. Mr. Poole says, J-Mo doesn't have time with Goff and St. Brown or Raymond does. J-Mo also spent over a year on self-rehabbing, so him and Goff being out of sync is a given. Maybe he likes the idea. Who wouldn't want to play with an MVP type of player? Okay, Zay. And that's cool. That's cool. And that's okay if he likes the idea. But what I'm saying is, the way that Twitter is making this a big deal, is it a big deal? Is it a big deal that Jameson Williams liked the tweet? Do you think we live in a society where you can't, if you are Jameson Williams, you ended the year like you ended, people are starting to question your maturity, and you can't do something as simple as like a tweet? Nick says it's 2023. You can't even like a tweet anymore, and that's facts. Fearless says it's because it's basically saying he doesn't have chemistry with Goff. I don't think too much of it. I like so many tweets. And Zay, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, do you like a tweet because it's what you do? Or do you like a tweet because you actually like the tweet? Braylon says, I stay off Twitter. Braylon, you might be the smartest of all of us because that is something that I have to do during the NFL season. I have to stay off Twitter. I just cannot deal with Twitter. Lions Twitter during the season is a hot mess, just like it is now with this Lamar Jackson. It's not just the liking, but I haven't seen any support to Goff from him. Well, Eric, okay, during the season, before Jameson played, he did support Goff. They interviewed him as he was coming back, but it was before that he actually took the field, and he said some things about his quarterback. We actually talked about it. So I don't think that it's a big deal. I think anything Jameson Williams does is a big deal. So if I'm Jameson Williams, it shouldn't be like this, but maybe it has to be. Maybe in the world we live in, the spotlight that these players are under. I mean, getting ridiculed from a guy or critiqued by a guy who is in his basement, right? Making YouTube videos. And everybody else, from Stephen A. Smith to Nick Wright to everybody else. Maybe you can't do something. Like Nick said, as simple as like a tweet. You can't. Maybe you can't. So, I don't know. I don't think it should be that way. But anything Jameson Williams does is going to get attention. It really is. So, I don't know. Do I blame Jameson Williams? I don't. He's a young kid on Twitter doing what he's supposed to do. He plays with it. It would be funny if Jared Goff liked it. But I think Goff is like Matthew Stafford. He's not on Twitter. He has a Twitter account, but he ain't active on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's a big deal, guys. I really don't. Jamo's going to explode next year. I think 12,000 yards. That would be something. That would be something good to see. It really would. I want to see him take off because it helps our team. I really do. But let me know what you think. If we're reading too far into this, well, I'm not reading it all into it, but Twitter is. Do you think Twitter is reading too far into Jameson Williams liking a tweet about Lamar Jackson coming to Detroit?